Hello there everyone, it's me Harry, and this is my update video on ITV again, this time for February. So, as you've seen in last month's video, I mentioned about how ITV changed the daytime shows, they moved them, the production companies changed, and there were some brand new shows as well, and cancellations as well. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some more updates in terms of entertainment programs that I'm interested in, what's been cancelled, and if I really expected it or not, because ITV is still doing pretty badly. So, back in November, I made a video talking about how ITV was planning on selling its channel assets over to Comcast, where they would be under Sky. And I mentioned that such a deal likely wouldn't happen because of rivalry concerns and all that, competition. And now, as we've updated, as it's been updated, the talks have slowed down. So I actually have a feeling this merger of sorts isn't going to happen. Like, ITV and Sky have tried to merge before, but they weren't allowed to because of, once again, competition reasons. So even if they did try and merge again with the channels, just the channels, not the ITV studio production companies, that wouldn't have happened either. It just wouldn't happen. So that's that done, and hopefully I'll hear more news about it. They'll probably just say that it's finished or something. So now, let's talk about TV shows. Yay! That's the more important part. So one of the new shows that did premiere was Millionaire Hot Seat, which has been a big success in Australia. And now it's come over to the UK, where it aired in a 7:30 PM slot, which is a brand new slot ITV have been using to air shows from now on. So, Millionaire Hot Seat, well, it's pretty much the same show as Australia. Jeremy Clarkson's hosting it like he does with the original Millionaire. And there we are. So, like other shows that I've been in the 7:30 PM slot are It'll Be Alright on the Night, which it's probably just ITV burning off episodes of the show, because the copyright dates on these new episodes say 2024, so they were very likely held off until ITV could air them. And another thing is, another show that's also been airing in the slot is, if I can even remember it, Deal or No Deal, Banker's Best Battles, which is essentially the Tipping Point Best Ever Finals take for Deal or No Deal. There's absolutely no reason for it to exist, it's just a clip show. It's basically just showing once again that ITV's losing money and they're just commissioning Bonjay to do these spin-offs. Like, there's no reason for them to exist. So there you go. So that's the 7 PM slot, and not much else to say about that. And then next up is that I mentioned about the 1% Club having some new specials. So the Valentine's Day special aired last week, as of when I'm recording this. The kids special has not aired yet. But believe me, from the preview I already saw where they were teaching Lee Mack how to do the 6-7 dance. Please kill me. That is just going to be dated in no time. I don't really see many people even talking about the 6-7 dance these days. In fact, what the heck is it even meant to be? Generation Alpha really needs to think of better things to do. Rather than just using TikTok all the time and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and, more recently, AI-generated pictures of themselves that they just fork over the ChatGPT. Oof. So there's that. Another new show that's going to be coming on, although it's sort of like a revival of a previous show, is Britain's Got Talent The Champions, which is like a best-of series that features previous contestants from previous seasons of Britain's Got Talent, and seeing which ones is the best of all. Because they previously did it a couple of years ago, And there you go, and the original Britain's Got Talent's returning in February I think it's returning 21st of February from what I think, but I don't know for sure. It may have been held off or something, but I don't know. I think it's that day. So yeah, that's that. And Britain's Got Talent obviously is still going on strong, still being one of the biggest IPs from Fremantle Media and Simon Cowell. And alongside that, there's also Britain's Got Talent Unseen, yeah, which is the spin-off show. Don't know if it was on last year or not, but of course there was that BGT Reacts show that I talked about 2 years ago, or something along those lines, and ugh, I don't know why that even existed. And another show that's also being renewed, for absolutely no surprise to me at all, is Ramesh Ranaghan's Parents' Evening. Now, my thoughts on that show, it's not good. I think Ramesh Ranaghan and his mother really need better, chemistry with one another. And maybe make it a little bit more family-friendly. I know it's an adult show, because of the sexual jokes and the swearing and all that, but it really needs to be suited more as a show that the whole family can watch. Because otherwise it just feels like yet another dumb panel show with the same jokes you've heard so many times before. I get Ramesh Ranaghan's a comedian, but sometimes we need panel shows, or, TV shows out there that aren't just panel shows, or shows that aren't exactly relying on vulgar jokes for the sake of being dirty. That's not how comedy works all this time. You can be funny without making sexual slurs or saying swear words over and over again, which is something that I do wish some comedians did learn. And another renewal, and this will be the last one I'll be talking about in this section, is Ant and Dec's Limitless Win, back for its 6th series in 2027. So, yes. And I think a 7th series is planned as well. I think they're being recorded at the same time. So, the Geordie twosome are going to be giving out even more money than ever. The biggest limitless jackpot ever. Which is sometimes I kind of wish was sort of like a better game show. Yeah. And now, let's go over to what's being cancelled. That's the most important bit, I'd say, of this video, because that means I can give out what I can give out. So the first cancellation is the British Soap Awards. So basically what happened was, so back in 2023, Philip Schofield, who, originally presented the Soap Awards, he left ITV in disgrace, and then someone else took over. I've forgotten her name, and they decided not to do it in 2024, and then they decided to do it in 2025, and now for 2026 it's not happening again. So either ITV has decided to make it a bi-yearly thing, or they just don't have the money to run another British Soap Awards. ITV really is running out of money at this point. So, the next show that's also been axed, and this was one I was not surprised to hear being axed, was Jeopardy UK. And, yeah, there's a bunch of other daytime TV shows airing in its slot as well. But since I'd never heard anything about it being renewed, it didn't surprise me. And also because, at the moment, CBS International, who used to hold the distribution rights to Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune outside the United States, has recently gone into a lawsuit with Sony, who own the properties. So maybe it's got something to do with that, but even then, Wheel of Fortune's still going on strong, and I think that show's been renewed, so maybe it's more to do with popularity or something. I don't know. And then last but not least is the one show that I knew was going to be axed regardless, because it did very badly in the ratings. And that is You Bet on Tour. I was not surprised to hear that it had been axed, because it originally aired on a Saturday time slot, and then it ended up moving to a Sunday slot because it was not doing very good in the ratings. Strictly Come Dancing was beating it. Mainly because it was in the wrong time slot to begin with, and now just ITV was just burning it out at the 6 PM slot on a Sunday of all things. And I'm pretty certain it was still being beaten in the ratings by other shows as well. So hearing that news didn't surprise me one bit. So, yeah. Okay, then I bet ITV should come up with better shows rather than rebooting old favourites. Does this mean the Bullseye reboot will be renewed or not? Well, it's been going on, it's done quite well in the ratings, so maybe. But then the last thing I will quickly go over is The Chase Around the World, which has contestants battling against the chasers around the world. So it's a commission from a newly formed studio called Bright Entertainment, who I'm guessing are a new ITV Studios division, so kind of feels like a wasted opportunity. It could have been like a show where the many different chasers from the different incarnations of the show could be in it or something, but most of them probably don't know English, so that probably would have been quite difficult. But I don't know for sure. It could have worked, but still. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, I haven't really been that angry that much in this, because, yeah, I know ITV's been doing stupid mistakes, but it's their downfall, not ours. They don't really care about the viewers, they only care about themselves, they only care about shows that people don't want, so yeah, that's it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and bye for now.